She thought I'd beg. That was her mistake. When she smirked and said, "Go ahead, move out," she thought she had already won. She believed I'd crawl back, stumble without her, shatter in her absence. Instead, I packed in silence. No shouting. No pleading. Just folded shirts, lined shoes, and the hollow echo of a door closing. The silence unnerved her. I saw it in the way her smirk faltered. She didn't realize silence was my sharpest blade. We had been married 7 years. 7 years of shared dinners, whispered promises, and nights where I thought I was building a future. I worked long hours. She said I was distant. I thought I was building us a home. She was busy inviting another man into our bed. At first, I ignored the signs. The late-night texts she flipped her phone to hide, the perfume after errands, the absence in her kisses. I told myself it was stress. That she'd come around. That love could hold us together. But love doesn't hide in shadows. The truth came on an ordinary Tuesday. She was humming in the kitchen. Her phone lit up. A message from a man I didn't know. His words were filthy, intimate, arrogant. Words no man uses unless he believes the woman is his. My mouth tasted of copper as I forced myself to stay calm. I looked at her, stirring the pot like nothing was wrong, and I knew. The woman in front of me wasn't my wife anymore. She was a stranger wearing her skin. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Confrontation is for the impulsive. Revenge is for the patient. Quietly, I gathered evidence. Bank records, phone bills, GPS logs. Her yoga retreats, or hotel getaways with him. Designer bags I never saw. I hired a private investigator. 2 weeks later, I had everything. Photographs of her hand in his, their mouths pressed together, their bodies tangled in places I paid for. Every lie cataloged, time-stamped, and sealed in a folder thick enough to choke her lawyer. I shifted my salary into a private account, closed the joint cards, met with a divorce attorney her own father had once recommended. The irony burned. While she laughed with her lover, I built a weapon out of law, silence, and patience. The night came when she tried to break me. She called me cold, distant, not man enough. Then she said it. "Go ahead, move out." She expected rage. Instead, I looked at her, turned and packed. "You're really doing this?" she asked, suddenly unsure. Yes. That was all. To her, it was victory. To me, checkmate in progress. Within days, her father called me, furious. "What happened? Why did you leave?" I invited him over. Handed him the folder. Photographs. Receipts. Messages. I watched his face harden. His daughter, his pride, was now his shame. When he finished, his hands trembled. "Leave this to me," he said. 2 nights later, she called me, frantic, broken. "What did you do?" My father stormed in, screaming. "He knows everything." He said I embarrassed him. He cut me off. Her sobbing cracked through the line. The arrogance was gone. The woman who told me to move out now sounded like a child watching her world burn. I stayed silent. Silence again, the sharpest blade. Her world collapsed fast. Her father pulled financial support. Friends she bragged to now whispered. Her lover vanished the moment the money dried up. Men like him don't love, they consume. And once the feast is ruined, they move on. She tried calling me again. Apologies, promises, tears. But I was already gone. My attorney filed the divorce with overwhelming evidence of adultery. I walked away with the house, the savings, and ironically, her father's respect. I imagine the moment he slammed the folder on her table and screamed. Do you know what he just did? Not anger, not fear, but realization that while she played games in shadows, I built a guillotine in daylight. She expected me to beg. Instead, I let her destroy herself. Now I sit in my own home. Quiet. Peaceful. Free. Do I miss her? No. You can't miss a ghost. Do I regret it? Not for a second. She once told me to move out. I did. And in leaving, I set her world on fire. That's the thing about betrayal. It teaches you silence is stronger than shouting, patience sharper than rage. And when revenge finally comes, it doesn't need to scream. It only needs to whisper. Checkmate.